Hello.
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 Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes and we'll start the session. Just wait for a thing.
And I'm this
Okay, ma'am.
meeting is AngularJS, right?
Yes. AngularJS and Node.js demo. Kindly wait for 1 minute.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Done. So very good afternoon, guys. This is Manish from Highs Placements. So as we have discussed today, we will be having the demo on AngularJS and Node.js from 2 to 3 o'clock now. And we'll have it just, we will discuss you with you what exactly we're gonna teach you for next 3 months. And even we are telling you once again, this is a 3 months class. We have it 2 shifts in a day, morning shift and a day shift. On this month, we are starting AngularJS, Node.js, PHP, Android, uh, .NET, content writing, digital marketing, MS Office, MS Excel, spoken English, and interview skills and motivation skills. These are the 8 domains we are starting in this month. And the charges we are doing for is like 100 rupees. The reason we are charging the money is the student should have a right to ask a management, or is the management is providing 3 months training and all these things, training, internship, working on live project, certification, job assistance. We will be providing all these things for you. If we are not providing, you can ask by showing a 100 rupees payment thing. That's the only reason. Now, so I introduce Mr. Trainer. So he will give the basic demo on AngularJS and Node.js for just 30 to 40 minutes. If you have any doubts also, you can ask. Go ahead, guys. Trainer, please go ahead.
Sure, give me a minute, sir. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Manjot from Heights Academy, and I will be giving you a small introduction of how full stack developer development works. And we will be going through the modules that is AngularJS as well as Node.js. For the starting bit piece, I will be explaining you the basics of the class, how will the syllabus be, and what all aspects we will be trying to learn in this syllabus, as well as we will go through some of the basic concepts of Angular and how the data is rendered on a website, as well as how we need to see the data captured from the APIs and how the data flow works. So in case you have any doubts, you can possibly stop me there and eventually ask your doubts. And although we will at the end of there are, I have divided into two parts. One part is for the front end part and second part is for the back end part. So once the front end part is complete, I will make sure that I take your doubts for maybe for 5 minutes. And in case you have more doubts, you can ping in separately in the chat, and probably Sangeeta ma'am will be sharing me the questions and I will be answering them after this call. Not an issue. So I will just share my screen first of all. And basically, if you are able to see my screen, just give me a nod.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah, great. So basically we are starting with the full stack development. So basically when you will be enrolling, completing this course, you will be eligible to work as a full stack developer. So what is actually a full stack developer? So full stack developer is a developer who is responsible for the you can say the front end side of the code and the back end side of the code. So basically, you will be handling the front end side. That means how the UI is rendered on a website and how you display your tiles, as well as how you display a website content, how you are displaying the list, how you are displaying the tables. Everything will be part of the full stack, and how the data is being captured from the database, that is also part of the full stack developer. So this is the crux of how what you will learn eventually in the program. So what you will learn is basically these are the simple topics that we have prepared for you, that will give you one by one during the course of this program, and starting from Angular overview. So basically how Angular works, and Angular is a framework which is developed by Google, for your knowledge, and Google is widely giving support to Angular these days, and most of the websites are being developed in Angular framework, due to which it has gained a lot of popularity in the recent days. And due to this recent change in the diversion of the jobs, Angular, if you are knowing Angular in your career, you will be better equipped with a good job, good high paying salary job, right? After understanding the pieces of Angular, we will go forward for the overview of Node.js. After Node.js, we will be following the basics of MongoDB. So MongoDB is just a database wherein we store the NoSQL database. That is called a NoSQL database. That means the data is stored in JSON, right? And if you have any doubts regarding that, I can take up after this PPT is done. Then we'll cover a bit of tools for DevOps, like how the code is deployed in Angular and Node.js, and how you can make your website live, right? After that, I will tell you about the tools and language you will be used to learn these technologies. And at the end of the course, there will be a project given to you, which will be called as a capstone project, which you have to develop on your own, or maybe if the project is a bit complex, if you feel, we will divide them you in a group of 2 or 3, wherein you all will be responsible to deliver the project within a certain timeline. The next part is you will be given career service. Maybe you will be have given guidance to prepare a resume and how to give interviews in front of the companies, and your mentorship support will always be there, so that in case you have any doubts and anything, you will be able to cover that. So basically, what is full stack developer? As I was explaining you, that full stack refers to the development of both front end part and back end part of an application. This web app development process involves into 3 layers, right? So basically, one is the presentation layer, the second one is business logic layer, and the third one is the database layer. So just giving a simple example, right? If you go to google.com, so whatever you see on the page, that is the presentation layer. So you see a home page wherein you are able to see a search box where you enter your result and you press enter, right? After you press enter, there goes the call to the business logic layer. So when you press on Google that you want to search something full stack development, so there are results that come in after that, right? So the results that come in afterwards, that results comes from the business logic layer. The business logic layer is written in APIs, and APIs are basically called as application programming interface. All right. So application programming interface acts like a layer in between your presentation layer and your database layer. So all the business logic is written in form of APIs, and we will be covering the topic of APIs in Node.js. All right. So going forward, the third part is the database layer. So database represent how your data will be stored in the backend, right? So all the data that is powering on the Google or maybe any of the websites that you are hosting, right? Any of the apps that you are using, maybe you are booking your tickets from Book My Show, maybe you are going to paytm.com, maybe you are going on Swiggy or Zomato.com to order your food. Everything that is appearing on your website is basically the data which is coming from the backend. That is the database layer. So this full stack development refers to these 3 pillars, and we will be learning all these 3 pillars during the course of this 3 months. So I think my voice is not audible. Sorry.
No, no,
Audible,
you
sir.
are
Audible,
audible.
sir.
Yeah, audible, sir, audible. You're audible.
You're audible, sir.
All right. Yeah, so we'll go forward. The next part is these are the technologies that we will be using to develop the application. For the front end part, that is the presentation layer, we will be having the basic understanding of HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and on top of that, Angular. So to firstly learn Angular, you will be required to learn the prerequisites, that is the HTML as well as JavaScript. So the backend part can be developed in a certain amount of languages, that can be Node.js or Python. But with this course, you will be learning Node.js. The next part is databases. So databases can be of many types, and the most widely used databases are MySQL and MongoDB. So basically the MySQL is the database which is being used for the SQL operations, and MongoDB is used for the NoSQL operations. So there are two different type of databases that we have to interact with in our day-to-day life. So whenever you're going to, in future, whenever you are hired for an organization, so there will always be two type of databases that will be used everywhere in the world. It may be MySQL database or it may be MongoDB. So there are types of database, but eventually their functionality and roles are different. Then comes the fourth part is debugging and version control. So whatever code that we are writing in our machines, that will be stored on Git. So with the things that we are learning, we also will be part of the process of learning GitHub, which is very important while we are writing our code, because GitHub is very important tool to understand and maintain the version of our application and code. So we will be also using a bit of GitHub, so that you will be knowing how to use GitHub and how to push and pull your code on GitHub. So basically you will be making your own repository where your code will be there, and you will be able to basically store your code, so that in case your laptop crashes or maybe you have some failure in your laptops or machines, so that your code is securely saved in your GitHub profiles. Then comes the Git DevOps tools, wherein how we deploy these conditions. So it is not the part of the scope, but I thought that you will be uh, you will be addressed to know these things, as these are very important. When you are building a full-fledged application, you should eventually know about what is DevOps. DevOps is basically the developer operations that are performed while we have to deploy our code. So what does deployment means? Deployment means basically that you have to push your code on a server, and from that server your code will be pushed and redirected to your domain. So basically if you're entering www.google.com, so there are web page opens. So how that is happening? That is happening because of DevOps. I think you are so in case you have any doubts, just you can ask. I will stop here for a minute. If you have any doubts till now, we can take that.
Sir, can you hear
Sir,
me?
could you tell me on the HTML front end?
Right. So what is required? So basically HTML is a programming language which is used to give, so basically the full form is hypertext markup language, right? So HTML is basically used to design the layout of the application, right? So if you have to add your heading on the web page, right? Or if you have to add your basically the content, or you have to add a table, or you have to have a list that is displayed on your web page, you have to use the HTML tags. So there are different HTML tags that can be used to enhance different functionalities. And how the data will
In
be
the
there. Sorry.
in the HTML, how we create a form, sir? Then when we write all the layer application, sorry, in the web page, how we will create the form in
So
HTML?
right. So basically to create a form, there's a tag, form tag, right? And form tag will be internally having basically the input fields, right? So if you have to create a form, just like for example, I'm giving you a Google form, right? A Google form may be having different type of input fields. You may be required to enter a name, that will be a text input field. You may be required to select the options from a different list of drop down. So that's a drop down. If you have to select a radio button means you have three options, you have to select one of them. So you have to use the input of radio. So there are different tags with the different properties that you will be understanding while we are going ahead with this course. So you will be explained what are different tags, how these different tags are used and where these different tags are used.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah.
all these courses are going to be taught, right?
Right. So basically,
Okay.
so our major focus is Angular and Node.js. But to start with Angular, you will eventually required to learn HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So these are the prerequisites that you should be knowing before starting Angular. So Angular is on the top layer where the children are also required to be learned. So HTML, JavaScript, and CSS are part of the Angular course only. And Node.js is separately JavaScript that you will be learning along with that. So,
Sir, coming.
yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So coming to backend, are we going with the Node.js or Python, sir?
Only Node.js,
Only Node.js.
right? So there's a different course if you want to learn Python also, but right now in this course we will be handling only Node.js,
Okay, sir.
right? So, any more questions, guys, or shall I proceed with that?
Sir, are going to say only AngularJS or with we will say about HTML, CSS, JavaScript because they are the basics for AngularJS, no?
Right. So we'll be starting with the basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. After that, we will move forward to Angular. So basically, one week will be dedicated to all three things because they are very basics, and most of you might be knowing these things also. But to revamp or refresh your knowledge again, we'll be going through the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript introductions, and after that, we'll move forward to Angular.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Yeah.
Sir,
So,
after Angular is completed, you go to Node.js, sir.
right.
Sir,
So,
Angular JS or Angular 10 or Angular 11, what you have been teaching for us, sir?
so basically, Angular JS was previously being used in all over the applications, and once in the last 4 years, Angular has been giving its newer versions. So from Angular JS, now the most recent version is the Angular 11, and right now the most stable version is Angular 8. So we will be basically, you will be basically learning about Angular 8, which is the most recent part, and it is also having all the features that were previously used between the lower versions. So if you are thinking of just an example, right, the Windows, I will give you an example of the Windows, wherein right now in your systems you might be having a Windows 10, right? And previously you were having Windows XP or Windows Vista or Windows 7 or 8, right? So they were previous versions of Windows. Right now, the most recent version of Windows is Windows 10 that is widely used. In the same way, the previous versions of Angular was Angular JS. Now we are going ahead with Angular 2, 4, 8, 6, 8. Now the most stable version is Angular 8. So we will be going through Angular 8. And Angular 10 and Angular 11 are now evolving, but we will also cover major features of Angular 11 also. So there are very basic few differences between the Angular versions, but eventually the baseline or the basics are same.
So what is React.js?
So React.js is a different framework which is given by Facebook. So Angular is a framework and React.js is a library. So we need to understand the basic difference between Angular and React. So Angular is basically a framework which gives us all the components and modules, how you will understand what is Angular. And React is basically a library which is developed by Facebook. So there are two.
React.js is linked with HTML, no, sir. HTML and React.js, all the things are included with React.js, no, sir.
Right. It's also linked with Angular. So basically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are basics, right? And you can go forward on top with any of the framework, that is Angular, that is React, that is Vue. So there are different categories. You can search on Google: Angular, React, Vue.js. So there are three parts to it. So there are three emerging technologies that are currently being worked out everywhere in the world. So, but we are trying to focus here on Angular. So we'll keep our focus
What is
on
the third
Angular.
one, sir? Angular.
Sorry.
What are those, sir? Angular, React, and one more?
Vue. Vue. So
Vue.
Right. Yeah, so these are the basic, if you see, these are the basic features that Angular provides. That Angular provides support for single page applications. right? So our application will be a single page. So basically, when we were previously using PHP, so every page was rendered differently. But right now, if you can see, Angular supports single page applications. Then Angular also supports two-way data binding. Two-way data binding, we'll cover that in the next topics that I will explain you. Next comes the modularity in Angular. That means we can split our application into different modules and reuse our code. For example, if you are having a header and the footer on the page, right, you can write the same code in Angular. So you can use a modularized in Angular, modularity in Angular. Then comes the reduced coding. So you will have to write very less code when you're trying to build in Angular rather than if you are developing your code in HTML. So Angular is an enhanced version of HTML which provides us capability of reduced coding. Also, it is cross-platform and it is very easy integration. So if you have to integrate with some Google APIs or if you have to integrate with any of the OTP services, so it is very easily integrable. So now, why are we learning Angular and why are we learning Node.js? So it's a very having a very good demand in the market. It is very easy to learn. Then it is very easy for full stack development, and it is very easy to compose JavaScript on both server side and client side. So client side is basically the business layer, presentation layer, and server side is basically the backend. It also provides a versatility wherein you have, if you want to perform different actions, so it will give you enhanced features for that. It also helps us to build microservices. It is also utilized for more than a web development. So basically in Node.js, you can write a lot of other functionalities rather than making a website. You can also use Node.js for making the backend for Android app, for an iOS app also. The backend app can be same for all the applications. It is also used to create amazing applications without composing complex code. So that is why we are learning Node.js. So why are we using MongoDB? So these are the advantages of MongoDB, that it is also cross-platform document-oriented.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Asif this side from Heis Academy. Sir,
Yeah,
some people are waiting outside. They are texting me. So please let them in. Na?
How can I let them in? Basically,
You might have get the notification saying people are
no,
waiting,
actually,
like-
I'm not getting that because right now, if I can see, let me check.
As if no issues, we'll keep this recording, ma.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay,
Chalo,
sir.
go ahead. Yeah, leave it. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right.
Any more doubts? Go ahead.
So MongoDB is basically a cross-platform document-oriented database, and it is classified as a NoSQL database. So it uses JSON-like objects with dynamic schemas. So you will eventually learn what is a NoSQL database, what is a JSON object, and it also supports indexing and auto sharding. So basically, if you have to scale your database, scale means, so if you are having a lot of people who are coming to a website, right? So you need to scale your application. Scaling means you should be having the load testing, or maybe a lot of users should come to your website and your website should not crash. So this is a particular scenario if you face, like when you are trying to go to a website, the website is crashing because there is a lot of people who are visiting that website. So in that case, we need to see how we can scale our application. So now I'm just starting with basics of Angular. These are just the basic crux I'm telling about Angular, but eventually when we'll be starting this course, you will be first given a reference of HTML, then the JavaScript, and followed by the CSS. So basically, these are the different tags that are used in HTML. So there's an HTML tag, there is a head tag, there is a body tag, there's a title tag, and there is a H1 tag. H1 means heading tag. So basically, if you have to write your code in HTML, so what you have to do is it is always followed with a opening tag and a closing tag. So HTML is a opening tag, then comes the head tag. Inside the head tag, there comes the title tag. After that, if you can see, there comes the body tag. Inside the body, we are having a H1 tag, which is showing us a heading. Then comes the body tag, closing of the body tag and closing of the HTML tag. So basically on our website, what will be displayed are H1 tag. That means I wish I could sleep. So this is the HTML rendering. So what is the DOM? So DOM is basically a structured representation of a document, and it provides a programming interface which allows you to change the style and content of the web page, right? So what is a DOM? DOM is basically a document object model, right? So if you have to display any image on your website, right? So you have to pass that in your image tag. So if you can see here on the left hand side of the screen, there's an image tag. After that image tag, you are providing the SRC. SRC means where the location of the image is. ALT is a tag. ALT is a property which is used in a image tag that specifies if the image is not available, right? Then what should be the text should be displayed for that image. And then comes the width and height of the image. So if you see the DOM, how that image will be rendered is on the from the top. If you can see, there is a body tag. Inside the body tag, there will be a division, and inside the div tag, there will be an image tag. So this is basically a hierarchy of a tree. So you can compare it with a tree wherein a body is a top and it's having its child, that is a division tag, and an image tag.
Sir, could you explain once again, sir?
Yeah, sure. So basically, so if you have, when you will start coding in HTML, right? So it will be a HTML tag, right? Inside an HTML tag, there will be two basic more tags. One will be the head and one will be the body. So it is very clear from the tag what is a head. Head is on the top and body is basically what inside the body will be rendered, right? So this is how the actual tags will work. And you have to always close your tags. If you can see, HTML tag is closed at the end, then head tag is closed after the head, and body tag is closed after the body, and H1 tag is closed after the H1 tag is closed, right? So basically, if you have to write a tag inside an image, if you have to represent an image, right, where it will come is inside the body tag, there will be a division tag that we are having, and inside the division tag, there will be an image tag, and inside the division tag, there can be a H1 tag. So if you can see in the previous slide, inside the body, there is directly an H1 tag, but eventually we can also have a div tag. Inside the div tag, we can have a H1 tag. So div tag is basically representing a division. So you can divide your page, HTML page, into different divisions, and in different divisions, you can display different components. So basically, when we're starting the course, I will write the code in front of you and I will show how these things are rendered on the web page. So there's a big thought that if you have to manipulate the DOM, I would be able to change page content. Then how would you do that? So basically what we have to do is, in the previous slide, if you can see here. So if you have to manipulate the DOM, you have to modify the content of the DOM. So DOM is basically a data object model, right? As I showed you. So if I have to go to the previous slide and show you. So if you can see here, if you have to manipulate this text, I wish I could sleep, right? So if you have to manipulate this, you have to directly change in the H1 tag. If you change this in this H1 tag, this text will be changed. But what we have to do is basically we have to change the DOM using a callback function. So Angular, so traditionally the view modifies the DOM to present the data and manipulates the DOM to add behavior, whereas Angular puts all the DOM manipulation code into directives. So Angular has a feature, basically you don't have to write your code in the HTML. You can do it that in the form of directives. Directives is a functionality that is given in Angular, which is separating out the code of the view that is being shown and making it available as a reusable component. So basically what will happen is, when you have to change the text, we are separating out the logic of the presentation layer and the business layer. So this you will eventually learn when you start doing. So basically this is how Angular works. HTML is rendered on a page on a browser, right? And the data is statically shown on the home page, and then comes the dynamic view. And dynamic view is loaded with the help of Angular. So you will eventually learn when you will start doing these things practically. So this is the basic workflow of Angular. So this, I think you will get better clarity when you will start understanding how HTML works, JavaScript works, and CSS works. So these are the features of Angular. So there are multiple features of Angular. Angular has a lot of features like Angular provides routing, Angular provides templates, Angular provides directives, Angular provides modules. So eventually there are different kind of features that you will be using and learning while you are developing your code and you are learning this course. So this was it for the Angular part. Let me know if you have any doubts with respect to that.
Sir, you'll be telling on HTML programming, sir. Programming HTML programs, how we need to.
Right. You will be eventually told how to learn on HTML. So I'm sharing my screen again for the HTML demo part. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so basically this is like a web console that I've opened, right? And basically if you have to change your HTML, so this is how it works. So basically HTML document starts with an HTML tag as I shown you, right? Then the head, right? And then the title of the page, and then comes the body tag. And inside the body tags, you write all your things, right? So H1 tag represent a heading. So if you cannot see on the right hand side, this is a heading. So if you're changing like we are having here welcome to HICE Academy, right? And if you run this, so it will be shown like this. So on the right hand side is your website that you are making, and on the left hand side the code that you're writing to make your website look like, right? So here is if you are to changing, this is the demo class for today. So if you run this, so it will be basically showing this. So different ways how we can design that. So this is basically the HTML part. So if you want to add one more H1, H2 heading, basically you can add here hello world, and basically you have to close that H2 heading. So if you run this, it will be showing H2. So basically the difference between the headings is the H1 heading is having a higher font size, H2 heading is having a lower font size. So if you want to compare that, you can write here H3 also. And basically H3 will eventually work like this. So H3 will be having a lower word size. So this is the comparison of the sizes. So in which case you require this size, you can directly write and use your code to basically display anything. So this is the HTML part. So CSS part is basically how we will giving colors and everything to this. All right. So that also you will come to know when you start learning about these things. And basically I've just told you this is the body tag, and inside the body tag you have all the content that you have to show on your page. And if you have to place any image, right, so it will be having the src tag. So src is basically this, and if I want to display any image from Google, any image, so basically if you want to have it like uh, images, you can search in images, and basically if I search for any image here and I get this link, copy its link and paste that here, so eventually it will give you an image tag. So basically the image is not downloadable, that's why it is not showing here. And if I basically go inside that image, possibly if I get the image URL, if it is opening here, right, then basically
Suppose if the image is in the desktop, how we need to paste it, sir?
so basically you have to give your path of your desktop here. So that path you have to go to your desktop, right? You have to go to your terminal command prompt, right? And if you're having an image here, maybe on a desktop, right, you have to click here and write the command present working directory. So it will give you the path of your image, and then you have to paste that path here. So it will be like // desktop / your image final.jpg. Right, so this is how images will be displayed. So this is the basic crux of how HTML will work, and eventually after learning a basics of HTML, we will go forward for the Angular. Yeah, So any doubts from your side, guys?
Sir,
Sir,
how would
can
you
you tell-
differentiate Bootstrap with AngularJS?
So basically, Bootstrap is a framework used for designing, and Bootstrap can be used within Angular. So Angular is a framework which has a capability to use anything or everything with respect to your requirement. So Bootstrap is a tool which is used for styling of your components. So how your H1 tag will look like, how your H2 tag will look like, what color of your H1 tag will look like. So these are the basic things that will be given by Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is a compatible software that can be used within the Angular.
Sir, can you explain exactly?
Sorry, your voice was breaking. Could you just repeat?
Node.js. Sir,
Sorry?
what are the topics explained in Node.js, sir? Node.js topics, sir.
Yeah. So Node.js will be going forward with Node.js. I will uh, just explain you simple things basically. Give me a second.
Sir, can you explain whatever project we are going to do exactly?
So basically, there are multiple projects that I have uh, uh, highlighted for you. Basically, I've designed a few projects, and it will be ranging from designing your own portfolio website to your blog website and a dashboard which will display maybe the user data or the employee data. So these are the basic simple projects that you will be developing. So one thing is for sure that you all have to develop your portfolio website. So portfolio website is basically, I will give you an example.
Sir, can you teach JavaScript basics also, sir?
Yeah. So basically, when we are starting the course, you will be taught about the JavaScript basics also.
Node.js topics, I mean.
So basically, when we have to start with the Node.js part, right? So basically, we have to also learn Express.js. So Express.js is a framework that is used inside Node.js. So Node.js is basically engine that helps us to run the JavaScript. So if you go to the definition on Google, so Node.js is basically a engine which helps us to run JavaScript, and inside Node.js we have to use other frameworks, right? So like for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript we are using Angular. For the Node.js part we have to learn Express.js. So what is Express.js? So Express.js is a web framework for Node.js. It is fast, robust, and asynchronous, and it is also very flexible and minimal Node.js web application framework. It provides various features for mobile and web applications. So basically, it's a web application server of Node.js, and it is designed for making dynamic web applications. So it is also free licensed under MIT, and it is used in 2010 by, it is launched in 2010 by TJ Holloway. So going forward, why do we use Express.js? So Express.js has to be used while we are developing our application on Node.js. So Node.js is a parent thing, and inside Node.js, you have to learn Express.js. So Express.js, you will be able to build APIs in JavaScript. You can create, you can retrieve, you can update, and you can achieve the delete functionality. So if you have to delete any data in your database, you have to update any database. Maybe, for example, you are building your website wherein you are displaying your own information, right? And you have to update your information, you have to delete your information, or you have to create your information. All this can be done with the help of Express.js. So it's a very powerful tool for making web backend and backend framework, and it is very flexible and minimal Node.js web application framework. It provides us the basic knowledge of JavaScript and HTML is required to learn this, and basic knowledge of MongoDB is required to learn this. So what are the features of Express.js? So it helps in rapid programming, it helps in routing, it helps in templating, it helps in debugging, and is also helpful in setting up the middleware. So what is rapid programming? So it is facilitated with Node.js functionality. Since it is a Node.js framework, it contains many of the Node.js features into functions. So basically it will divide your part into various functions, and these functions can be easily used in your program. So it helps in very rapid application, and Express.js is very quick and easily complex tasks into very simple tasks. So it's a framework that is built on top of Node.js to make the work of Node.js very easy. So what is routing? So routing is to determine how an application responds to a client request, right? So routing is very important when you are learning Node.js, because if you have to log in a user, you have to call the route of login. If you have to register a user, you have to go for the register route. It also provides us advanced and powerful routing mechanism. That is why we are using Express.js. Templating part, I think you will know when you are going forward to develop your templates. Basically templates are designed and it can be powered through Node.js. So it will come, it is advanced features of Node.js. I'm just highlighting it to you so that you are aware about the features of Node.js. Then comes the debugging and middleware. So whenever we have to debug something, debugging is the most complicated task for a developer, because when some issues arises or when some bugs come in, so you have to debug your code. So it has so Express provides us a very powerful mechanism for debugging also. And middleware is basically we have to build a middleware layer wherein all our logic will be developed. So Express.js uses a middleware for arranging systematically different function calls. So eventually you will learn as part of the process when you will start learning the Express.js. So middleware function can be of the following type. So application level middleware function, error handling, router level, built-in, or a third party. Third party here specifies if you have to send an OTP, if you have to send an email. So all these kind of third party services will be helpful while you are delivering this module. So how we have to start with the Express.js. So this is the installation part. So this we will learn while we are starting with the Node.js. So these are the basic concepts about Node.js. How will you start? So first thing is you have to install Node.js in your program, in your Windows or any MacBook or any laptop that you are having. And it can be directly downloaded from the official website of Node.js or .org. And then we have to install Node.js and NPM on your PC. And then we are going forward for the next steps. Then for installing the Express module, we have to run this command. So basically these all things will be taught to you when we are starting this course. So this was it for the demo purpose. And in case you are having any doubts, we can go forward with that.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you.
So each and every class will be sending the notes to the.
Right. So basically, after each and every class, you will be sent all the PPT that is being shared in the class, as well as the assignment will be given to you, wherein you have to complete the assignment by the end of the week. So when we cover a topic, after that you have to complete that assignment, and basically you have to submit your assignment within the time period, so that we can evaluate you on basis of that.
Sir, what is the level of proficiency needed in JavaScript to excel?
So basically, you are required no proficiency. You will be trained to learn all these things, and eventually you will be learning all these things during the part of this course. So if you are a beginner, then also you can start, and if you are having some things, then also you can start. That is fine.
Yeah,
Sir,
HTML 5 and CSS JavaScript you will be completed within 1 week. Later you will be starting Angular soon.
Right. So basically we will divide that on basis of 2 weeks of JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Then we will go forward with 3 weeks of Angular, and then 3 weeks of Node.js, and 1 week of basically at the end we will have a project that will be given to you. On basis of that you have to develop the project, and last 1 month will be your internship. So you have to implement your knowledge, whatever you have learned in an internship.
Sir, recording
Yeah.
process will be there or not, sir?
Sorry?
No, no recording classes will be provided.
So if you miss that class,
Sir,
what?
You should not miss
Sir.
the class, buddy.
Yeah, hello.
And see, because of this corona situation, yes, we are going to record all the classes. In emergency case, if someone have taken a leave, like in a 3 months period, minimum 70% of attendance is required. Above that, if there is any emergency reasons of 30 days, yes, we will provide the recording sections.
Yeah. Can you
Sir,
tell me the timings?
registration only one class, sir.
I didn't get you.
Registration only one class, sir.
Means?
We want to register now. Only one class we can register.
Yeah, you can register.
Any class or any.
You can register any class. We are starting Node.js, AngularJS, Node.js, and this both are into one section only, morning 7 to 8:30. And the another one is .NET. The another one is PHP plus Android. Totally
Oh.
3 sets of domains are going to be started.
Thank you, sir.
There are 2 classes on, sir, morning and evening.
Sir, English class లేదా spoken English class?
Yeah, please go ahead. You are asking something.
Sir, actually,
Sir,
I registered
English
for
class,
spoken
sir.
English class and communication class, sir.
Yeah, see, a spoken
Avunu, sir.
English class and
I am
communication
registered.
skills class, whoever received the Zoom link, you can check in the bottom. We have mentioned clear timings over there.
Sir, we didn't get any link, sir. Actually, they send only both
Not, sir.
AngularJS and .NET.js, sir. And .NET, sir. We got only 2 links, sir. 2 Zoom links.
English class not. 2 links. Spoken English not our link, sir.
We didn't get any link, sir.
Now in the Zoom thing, we have dropped a message regarding all the training programs and their timings. For MS Office, MS Excel, morning 11 a.m. to 12 noon, and interview skills 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. There are 2 batches. Tomorrow we will have the PHP and Android demos. Tomorrow PHP and day after tomorrow Android demos. Guys, see, actually till 25th we have a continuous demos. Okay, so yourself, if someone have a query, sort out from your friends also, and who are interested can join. We have in a more 5 days period. Today we have in a 1 demo, 2 demos, like next 3 o'clock we have in a .NET demo also, and tomorrow PHP, day after tomorrow Android, and next digital marketing and content WordPress, next content writing and MS Office. After this 5 days, on 25th we are gonna start this batch. So see, we have a 600 slots for AngularJS and Node.js. Morning 300 members can join and evening 300 members can join. This is a good opportunity, so even you can refer to your friends.
Sir, when will the sessions started, sir?
From 25th.
Okay, fine.
This 5 days will be the demo sections, one by one. Day by day, we'll complete all the 5 demos in the 5 days. We'll decide all the roll numbers from the Google form. We'll give all the intimation in the groups, buddy. Don't continuously go on message in the groups. Don't make a mess. Be silently. You'll get all the informations. And students, be very frank. I hope, coming to my personal word, the trainer is very good and explanation is good, and you can get a good information with him. Okay, outside, really frankly speaking, even this trainer will charge 50,000 rupees to train each candidate. Okay, so he's a professional trainer because of our project. So he's also came up to support with us. So people, like, what are our all the things? it is a 3 months program, 3 months training, internship, working on live project, certification plus job assessment. Everything all together, we are charging 100 rupees to students should have a something to question HICE department if they are not providing all the services in next 3 months. Okay, so use this service. Don't go out. Just occupy with the sections. We have a morning and evening batches. Whenever you are in, like whatever batch you are interested, once before starting the batches, we'll have in a roll numbers and timings also. There you can tell your opinion. Okay.
Sir, we can register
Sir,
only
if in
one
case
class
if you
or
miss the
other
first,
classes also.
What?
Sir, we can register only one class or other classes also.
You can register other classes also. For each class, 100 rupees will be the charges.
Okay.
And what we say, AngularJS and Node.js are one section itself. Once if you pay 100 rupees, the both you will get in one section itself. And PHP and Android is 8:30 to 10 o'clock. So
Yes, yes,
if you
I have.
join here, you can join there also. But student, my suggestion is, see, if you are paid for 100 rupees IT, anyhow, you're getting a MS Office, MS Excel, communication skills, plus interview skills and motivation skills also add-on packs with your package. There is no need of paying extra money for the communication skills or anything. If you required any PHP, Android or digital marketing content writing, you can pay. Otherwise, don't pay for the Word, MS Office, MS Excel and the communication skills. That will be with a complementary with IT domains itself. You may take at morning time or a evening time IT batch, but in the afternoon time 3 to 4, 4 to 5, we have a 2 batches where you can participate.
Sir, interview skills and personality development, we need to pay the amount or else it's free. It's last
No.
interview skills.
If you already you paid for IT 100 rupees means interview skills is free with that. It's in a complimentary package with that.
Digital
Interview
marketing
skills,
is separate.
yes, digital marketing and WordPress is one set.
Okay.
Sir,
If we
we
pay
should
for
pay
digital
only
marketing,
Sir, smuggling is free.
See, if you take any IT domain, MS Office, MS Excel plus spoken English, all together are one package. And personality development and interview skills are one set. The both set are complementary for all the IT domain students.
Yes, sir. Thank
sir,
you.
if you are unable
Sir,
to
content
join
writing.
the morning session, can we join the evening session?
Yes, yeah, no. See, most probably, if the slots are, we have only 300 for morning and 300 for evening. If the slots are filled with 300, you can't. But if the slots are more than 200, if there is any pending slots, yes, morning, if you people are missing the classes, evening, you can go ahead. See, last time when we have done the classes last month, we have started with 1,000 people in different domains, Java, data science, all the things. We never done a recording sections. But this time we are going to do because COVID is very serious. And if only you are having a 70% of attendance, and if any emergency reason, if you are unable to join the classes, then only you will get the recording section. Please make a note.
sir, could you send me the notes also, sir? In the notes also we can.
Yeah, notes every day you will get in the PDF. Don't worry, guys.
Yes.
Once the class
Sir,
is
you
done,
said that.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, you said that the slot, morning slot and the evening slot, we can decide our slot are be allotted. Sir.
Yes, on before 25th, we will conduct one this one counseling round. There you can select.
Sir, what about Python classes?
Python next month will start, and guys, I'm sorry to say, next within 2 minutes the another section is going to start. So, how was the section, guys?
It's good, sir. It's good.
Good, sir.
It is good, sir. Sir, how to pay money,
Really
sir?
nice.
I want to hear by everyone, guys.
Thank you, sir, for giving
Excellent,
this
sir.
opportunity.
Sir, how to pay money?
The placements will be based on not, sir.
See,
How to
money,
pay
you have
money.
any coordinators numbers, or in a message, you have our coordinators numbers, you can call them.
Sir, sir,
Okay,
actually I
thank you,
paid.
sir.
I done my payment, sir.
Done. No issues. Be in the group. You will get a mails and you will be in the WhatsApp groups. All paid candidates,
Sir,
we have
I
already
wish.
created a group.
Sir, I.
Chalo, take care, guys. Next, you can join in the .NET section and
For
trainer.
communication.
Really thank you for your time. Thank you, Vaman. It's a very valuable thing. Thank you, Vaman.
Sir, I had out, sir. One.
Yeah. You can join the next section. Below there is another link in the .NET. There you can ask me the same question. Chalo, Spurti, end the section.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Yeah. And send me the recording, sir.
Sure.
Yeah, send me in the WhatsApp. Thank you.